Okay, G. So let's come to the overview, in which first of all there are accountabilities, objectives, and performance standards. Now, what actually the accountabilities are? It is basically accountabilities are the broad areas of a job for which an employee is responsible for producing the results. And as far as the objectives are concerned, these are basically the statements of important and measurable outcomes. And performance standards are basically the yardstick used to evaluate how well employees have achieved the objectives. Now, coming back to the accountabilities, uh, the first step in determining accountabilities is to collect information about the job. The primary source is, of course, the job description that has resulted from the job analysis and consideration of unit and organizational level strategic priorities. Now, the job description provides information on the tasks performed, because the tasks included in the job description can be grouped into clusters of tasks based on their degrees of relatedness, and each of these clusters or accountabilities is a broad area of the job for which the employee is responsible for producing results. And after the accountabilities have been identified, we need to determine their relative degree of importance, because to understand this issue, we need to ask the following questions. uh, the first question is that what actually the percentage of employees time is spent performing each accountability. If the accountability were performed inadequately, would there be a significant impact on the work unit's mission? Is there a significant consequence of error? Could inadequate performance of accountability contribute to the injury or death of the employee or others, serious property damage, or loss of time and money? So, these are basically the basic questions here. Now, considering that, we have a question. There is a company name as Target. Its website is target.com. So it is a target corporation basically. So there is a question that how might one determine accountabilities for the training specialists, consultant leadership, or training development for target corporation. So यहाँ पे जो है वो एक क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि किस तरह से जो एक कंपनी है वो अपनी ट्रेनिंग स्पेशलिस्ट के लिए या कंसल्टेंट लीडरशिप के लिए या ट्रेनिंग डेवलपमेंट के लिए जो टारगेट कॉरपोरेशन की है वो कैसे डिटरमिन करेगी अकाउंटेबिलिटीज़। तो अगर आप target.com पे जाते हैं, वहाँ पे जाके अगर आप थोड़ा सर्च करते हैं तो आपको जो है वो उससे रिलेटेड कुछ चीज़ें मिलती हैं जो कि मैं आपसे जो है वो शेयर करता हूँ। बिकॉज़ यहाँ पे जो है वो उन्होंने जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन लिखी हुई है, और जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन के अंदर जो है वो उन्होंने क्लियरली चीज़ों को मेंशन किया हुआ है। जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन क्या है? इट बेसिकली आइडेंटिफाइज द ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट नीड्स ऑफ टारगेट कॉरपोरेशंस वर्कफोर्स with primary emphasis on exempt team members, designs and delivers training and development workshops and programs, and maintains an ongoing evaluation of the effectiveness of these programs. Assumes leadership and strategic responsibility for assigned process, may supervise the non-exempted staff. Now, uh, if we look into this job description, so based on this job description and additional information found on Target's website regarding the company's strategic priorities, list of the accountabilities, consequences of performing them inadequately, consequences of making errors, and percentage of time spent in each are shown. यहाँ पे जो है वो उसमें बेसिकली उन्होंने सारी की सारी चीज़ें दिखाई हुई हैं। लेट सपोज उसमें फ़र्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जो है वो प्रोसेस लीडरशिप है। Now, process leadership leads the strategy and direction of the assigned processes, and here it is important because as per the target corporation, the 40% of the time is related to the process leadership. The second one is supervision of non-exempted staff. Now, it supervises non-exempted staff working in the unit. This is relatively important to the functioning of the working unit, because if non-exempt staff members are supervised improperly, then the development of the employees or the ability to meet business targets will be compromised. And they have designated this time span of 10% of the time to the supervision of non-exempted staff. Then there comes coaching. Coaching basically conducts one-on-one executive coaching with managers and executives. It is important because it is beneficial for the what you can say, the development of internal leaders, because if managers and executives are not coached to improve their performance, there may be a loss of time or money also associated with their poor performance, as well as the cost of replacing them if necessary. And they have designated 20% of time to the coaching. Similar is the case of team building consultation. Now, team building consultation assists company leaders in designing and delivering their own team building sessions and other interventions. This is relatively important to the successfulness of teams at target corporation, because mismanagement of this function may result in teams not meeting their full potential or waste their time or resources on conducting the team sessions. And they have put 10% of the time in team building consultations. Then there comes the assessment instrument feedback. It basically delivers feedback based on the scores obtained on assessment instruments of skills, abilities, personality, and other individual assessment and other individual characteristics. And this is relatively important, because if assessment is incorrect, it would derail leader development program, and it basically also contributes 10% of the time to that. And then in the last there comes product improvement. That is continuously, that basically it is a process to continuously seeks and implements opportunities to use technology to increase the effectiveness of leadership and team development programs. It is also important to the effectiveness of the training and delivery, and could result in significant gains in efficiencies of the systems if carried out effectively. And it also put 10% of the time to the job description. So these are basically the accountabilities. Now if we come to determine the objectives, it is basically a purpose to identify outcomes in a limited number, and it is highly important because जब हम objectives बनाते हैं, जैसे कि हमने पहले डिस्कस किया है, वो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स इंटायरली जो आपकी मिशन स्टेटमेंट होती है किसी भी डिपार्टमेंट की या यूनिट लेवल के ऊपर, वो उसी पे ही बेस कर रही होती है. और अगर हम वो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स नहीं बनाते, अगर हम उन ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के मुताबिक अपना काम नहीं कर रहे होते, तो इसका मतलब है कि हमारी जो डायरेक्शन है वो टोटली चेंज हो जाती है. तो इसलिए जो है वो ये बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट होता है, और ये एक ऐसी स्टेटमेंट्स होती हैं जिससे हमने आउटकम को अचीव करना होता है. तो जब हम ऑब्जेक्टिव्स बना रहे होते हैं तो ये बहुत ध्यान से बना रहे होते हैं. इसकी कुछ क्वालिटीज़ हैं वो हम डेफिनेटली इसमें हम पढ़ेंगे, लेकिन इसके साथ साथ जो है वो इम्पॉर्टेंट ये चीज़ है कि ये बहुत लिमिटेड नंबर में होता है. और जब हम इसको ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को बनाते हैं, हम ये जहन में रखते हैं कि हम इसको मेजर कैसे करेंगे, क्या वाकई ही हमारे पास वो रिसोर्सेज या वो हमारे पास प्रोसीजर्स हैं जिससे हम मेजर कर सकें या नहीं. और जब ये अचीव हो जाते हैं तो इट हैज़ अ ड्रामेटिक इम्पैक्ट ऑन ओवरऑल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सक्सेस. इसका जो है वो इम्पैक्ट बहुत ज़्यादा होता है ऑब्जेक्टिव्स का, तो इसीलिए इसको जो है वो बहुत क्लियरली जो है वो देखा जा रहा होता है. अब जो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स होते हैं वो उसकी क्वालिटीज़ क्या क्या होती हैं या उसकी करैक्टरिस्टिक्स क्या क्या होते हैं, तो वो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो स्पेसिफिक होने चाहिए. दे मस्ट बी क्लियर, दे मस्ट बी चैलेंजिंग, दे मस्ट बी अग्रीड अपॉन, they must be significant, they must be prioritized, they must be bound by time, they must be achievable, they must be fully communicated to whole staff, they must be flexible, they cannot be rigid, and they must be limited in numbers. So these are basically the main characteristics of making the objectives. Similarly, if we talk about the target corporation regarding that training specialist and consultant leadership and team development program, so they have also made some objectives. So that would be the process leadership. Like in process leadership, they develop leadership development processes and training programs within the budget and time commitments. They also meet budget targets and improve executive leaders like leadership readiness scores across organization by 20% in coming fiscal year. Similarly, in another part where there was a supervision of non-exempt staff, they receive acceptable managerial effectiveness rating scores from non-exempt staff in the coming fiscal year. And as far as the coaching was concerned, they improve the managerial effectiveness scores of executive coaching clients in the coming fiscal year. Then as far as the team building consultation was concerned, they deliver necessary team training sessions throughout the years within the budget and with an acceptable satisfaction rating for team training sessions in the coming fiscal year. Then there was assessment instrument feedback. They deliver assessment feedback with an acceptable approval rating from coaching clients in the coming fiscal year. And then there was a product improvement. They improve satisfaction with training delivery in the coming fiscal year by receiving acceptable scores while staying on the budget. So जब हम टारगेट कॉर्पोरेशन की भी बात करते हैं, they have also implement all those objectives along with the accountabilities in their organization. Okay ji. So now we are going to discuss about determining performance standards. So stay tuned. I am going to make another video. Thank you so much.